Well, good evening and God bless all you kind, wonderful people. Now, y'all have been exceptionally kind the last couple of days because I know some of you have been sorely tempted but have resisted that temptation to comment on one of these Facebook pages I post on. Something along the lines of, Johnny B., what in the world has happened to your nose? What is that hideous thing on your nose? Well, I appreciate that kindness, but I finally got kind of tired of looking at myself and wondering what y'all were thinking. So I just better give you the truth. The sad, sad truth, folks. I have to be honest with you. I got this boo-boo here as a result of a drinking problem I've got. Very similar to that one in the movie Airplane. You see, I got three, not one, not two, but three of those big, huge size Yeti cups. Those stainless steel monsters that'll hold ice forever and a beverage, just incredible. Well, I was out in the garden a few days ago pulling weeds and had that Yeti cup out there without the protective lid on it. That's my big mistake. And I got pretty hot and I kind of grabbed that sucker without exercising much caution. Matter of fact, throwing caution to the wind and just jerked it up to my mouth to drink and pushed the top part too hard right into my old snozola here. Busted it wide open and I bled like a stuck pig. So, if any of y'all ever want to know where the top part of the lid, not the lid, but the lid, the rim of the Yeti cup will hit on your nose, even when you've got it correctly positioned to your mouth. If you push the top part too hard without the protective lid, then the top of the rim will hit you exactly at that point right there. Anywho, yeah, I'm kind of silly. Folks, if you'll bear with me, just three more songs in the wind song category, and I'll move on to something else. But these are all three requested, and I just can't turn down a request from dear friends. And this one comes from an old friend of mine, Michael. And I have to admit, he surprised me, and shame on me that I had not thought of this song in my wind song category. Never crossed my mind, even though I love the song. I've known it forever and love the artist. But it's absolutely just really neat the way Michael thought of this as the wind song, in the wind song category, because it's got two really cool, unique references to the wind. Both of them add to the atmosphere of this picturesque ballad. And one recurs because it's in the chorus. So it's done at least three times, I guess. And then there's one that only appears in the last verse. Another really cool reference to the wind. I'll give you a wink along the way. 1959, released by Lefty Frizzell. Old Lefty, never been another like him. Song was written by Mary John Wilkin and Danny Deal. Mary John Wilkin, probably most famous for her song that she got a little help from Kris Kristofferson on, entitled One Day at a Time. #1 hit and signature song for Christy Lane. Danny Deal had another super hit with his composition of Detroit City, or I Want to Go Home. Big hit by Bobby Bare and Tom Jones. I'm pretty sure Elvis had a hit on it too, but these two legendary songwriters really came together well on this one, and so kudos to Mike. 10 years ago, on a cold, dark night, someone was killed beneath the town hall light. There were few at the scene, but they all agreed that the slayer who ran looked a lot like me. She walks these hills in a long black veil. She visits my grave when the night winds wail. Nobody knows, nobody sees, nobody knows but me. The judge said, son, what is your alibi? If you were somewhere else, then you won't have to die. I spoke not a word, though it meant my life, for I had been in the arms of my best friend's wife. And she walks these hills in a long black veil. She visits my grave when the night winds wail. Nobody knows, nobody sees, nobody knows but me. The scaffold's high and eternity near. She stood in the crowd and shed not a tear. But sometimes at night, when the cold wind blows in a long black veil, she cries o'er my bones. And she walks these hills in a long black veil. She visits my grave when the night winds wail. Nobody knows, nobody sees, nobody knows but me. Nobody knows, nobody sees, nobody knows but me. Amen, and God bless you.